Keep watching and learn how I caught this sniper entry on a one trade 1 KO trading VIX 50 index. So this account was at 28 USD. It was a 20 USD account, close to 30, but and nevertheless we're trading VIX 50 index, and we start off on the weekly. On the weekly, what we see is the BOS. So the market structure just broke structure above that high and it returned back inside the range. Now it has to continue shooting up. So when it returned back inside the range, it filled the imbalance, it filled that huge fair value gap while it hit the weekly order block. And after it hit the weekly order block, we can see it reacted nicely because it had returned to an OB or an interest point, and now it's shooting up. It might shoot up to the buy side liquidity. So if we stretch our Fibonacci, we can see that it also went into the discount to collect some liquidity and also hit the reference point, and now it's shooting up. And on the daily, there's a different story, but first let's see what supports the weekly. There's that wipe that supports while it hit the daily order block and the break of structure. So there's a wipe BOS, and then it returned back into the range that it created there to hit an interest point, and that interest point is the daily order block. So after it hit the daily order block, it hit the body, it hit the body of the daily order block, yes, which is the daily order block, and then it shot up to break structure above that high. Now this is what I want you guys to see is above that high. After it made a BOS, it found some resistance above there, and the resistance, you can tell, is that daily mitigation block and the daily order block. So this is gonna make price react weirdly there, but there's some price action that I want you to see, some price action that I want you guys to see there, which is the immediate rebalance and those two immediate rebalance. So price might keep on shooting up just based on that, but yeah, it can shoot up and shoot down. But I want you also to see something that I could notice is on the 4 hour, first on the daily, there's an immediate rebalance which I covered, but below there is the fair value gap, and this raises the question if price might shoot back down to sort of sweep the liquidity right there and then shoot up, because it didn't, but it's definitely going to sort of return back down there, back inside that range. So yeah, for now maybe we can continue on the 4 hour. The 4 hour, it broke structure and after it broke structure, it hit the daily order block and then returned back down to hit the 4 hour order block. And yeah, to further analyze, it hit the body of the 4 hour order block, and then after that, what it's aiming for is the imbalance. And the reason why it's aiming for the imbalance is because in the 1 hour, it also hit the 1 hour order block, and it's finding resistance at that level. So my guess, it has to shoot up into the imbalance. So on the 30 minutes, again, what it did was a wipe. It wiped and then it hit the 1 hour order block, and after that wipe, it sort of broke structure above that high that you can see there on the 15 minute. But this is on the 50 minute time frame. On the 30 minute, we don't see, it says otherwise. So it's aiming for the internal buy side liquidity above that high. So right now what it's doing is sort of returning back inside the range, and it's gonna shoot up. So we're looking at the 15 minute mitigation block as our main reference point to enter at. And of course there are other ones like the 50 minute mitigation block is in line with the 1 hour order block body and the 30 minute OB and the mitigation, all of that. But that's our main reference point. And let me just mark out the fact that there's also a 50 minute order block below there, which can cause price to shoot up as well. So where we're going to be placing our buy limits is at the mitigation and not at the order block. So I'm going to be placing the buy limits at the mitigation, and then even if it tries to shoot further down and penetrate, it will find some support at the 15-minute order block or the rejection block on the 15, but we're sure that it's not going to go below the low of that 15-minute swing, that swing. So yeah, I placed some buy limits there. They were a bit powerful, of course. VIX 50 is actually powerful, if you guys didn't know. And this is a 20 USD account. We aim for it to go and shoot up to fill the imbalance till that 4-hour bearish order block above there. And yeah, as I said, it's in line with the 1-hour order block. So we just wait for price to return, and then we buy at the 15-minute OB. Now this is the afterwards. You can see it did not waste any time. It just hit and then it respected. But as I was looking down, maybe it's because I didn't want to hold, I was afraid of holding for too long, I found some hidden order blocks inside the lower time frames, and you can't see them on the higher time frame. So I decided to close because price was gonna react back down. And yeah, I was satisfied from 20 to 100. That's okay, we'll find another trade afterwards. So afterwards, yeah, it continues shooting up. As you can see, it continues shooting up, but it had reacted back down. I think I should have entered again after it reacted back down there and then catch another trade till the 4-hour order block. So yeah, that's my mistake. Thank you for watching the video.